Have you ever bought a boat thinking that 10 gallons was plenty of space for any fish, and then discovered that it seemed too small? Well, that's one of the most common mistakes among beginners. A 10-gallon tank, or the equivalent of about 38 liters, may seem large when empty, but for the underwater world, it's like a small studio. Beautiful, cozy, but requiring planning in every detail. It is in this limited space that many people make mistakes, putting in incompatible species, overcrowding the tank, or forgetting that even the decoration takes up volume and reduces the actual swimming space. Today, we're going to do a complete ranking of the best fish for 10-gallon protection, organized by experience level, from beginner to advanced. The idea is to help you understand which species really fit in this size, which hardware works, and which should be avoided. And I guarantee you, the last fish on this list will surprise you. Before we get into the species, it's important to understand what really fits in a 10-gallon tank. Many people rely on the old rule of 1 gallon per square inch of fish, but that's just a simplistic myth. Adult size, behavior, and territorial needs are much more important. A betta, for example, may be small in centimeters, but it's territorial. It needs free space for other fish and areas to explore. A small school of neon tetras, on the other hand, can share the same space harmoniously as long as the environment is balanced. So think of your tank as a small condominium. Harmony is needed, but not confusion. Now that you understand this, let's get to the ranking. Starting with beginner-level fish, guppies top the list. Colorful, hardy, and active, they are favorites among aquarists who are just starting out. They thrive in groups of 4 to 6 individuals and adapt easily to different water levels. The main concern is not letting the changes turn into a nursery, because they reproduce very easily. It's common for beginners to be captivated by the colors and end up with a bunch of fry in just a few weeks. The secret is to keep a small group, avoid mixing males and females if you don't want to breed them, and control feeding so as not to overload the system. In second place among beginners are neon tetras. These small, bluish, elongated fish turn any interference into a real spectacle. They are peaceful, like to live in schools, and prefer calm waters with a light current and stable temperature. With a group of 5 to 6 individuals, they create an impressive sense of movement and light, especially if there are natural plants on the bottom. But it is important to avoid very strong filters because they do not like atmospheric swimming. The third ideal fish for beginners is the pygmy corydoras. These little cleaners are charming. They live on the bottom of the tank and help keep the substrate clean, searching the soil for food scraps. They are sociable fish, so it is essential to keep them in groups of 4 or more. The most common mistake is to think that they survived only on the leftover food of other fish, which is false. They need specific feed for bottom-dwelling fish and a balanced diet to stay healthy and active.
Moving on to the intermediate level, we begin with the famous betta splendens. Despite its popularity, the betta is often misunderstood. Many people put it in tiny pots or aquariums, thinking it lives well that way. But the truth is that a 10-gallon aquarium is the ideal minimum for it to thrive. The betta is territorial and needs to live alone. When it has space, plants, and hiding places, it shows a much more curious and relaxed behavior. Each betta has its own personality. Some are calmer, others more dominant. Ideally, create a natural environment with branches, dried almond leaves, and little current. This way, it feels at home. Another incredible intermediate option is the mosquito rasbora, also called Borarus brigittae. They are tiny, reddish, and extremely active fish. Despite their size, they create a visual spectacle when they are in a group, swimming in sync. Ideally, keep between 8 and 10 individuals, always with clean, slightly acidic, and well-oxygenated water. They require a little more attention to water quality, but reward with beauty and movement. They are shy alone, so the more individuals in the school, the safer and more confident they become. Next, we have the killifish, a beautiful and little-known fish. Its metallic colors and calm behavior make it ideal for smaller aquariums. However, it requires a well-fitting lid as it has a habit of jumping. Killifish live best in pairs and appreciate warm water, between 24 and 26 degrees. It is recommended for those who already have some experience as it demands regular water changes and good filtration quality. A curious detail is that in nature, some species of killifish live in temporary puddles, and their eggs remain dormant until the return of the rains. A true miracle of adaptation.
Moving on to the advanced level, the first on the list is the dwarf gourami. Elegant, curious, and possessing an impressive metallic coloration, this fish is sensitive but enchanting. It needs stability. It doesn't like sudden changes in the water or agitated fish around it. It can be kept alone or in pairs, but always with plenty of vegetation and free space on the surface. When comfortable, it builds bubble nests, a delicate and rare spectacle to see in small aquariums. It's a fish that teaches the aquarist patience and observation. Another choice for experienced aquarists is the endlerfish, a close relative of the guppy, but with a wilder and more rustic look. It is hardy, peaceful, and active, but also reproduces easily. It's important to keep the population under control, separating males and females, or ensuring natural predators if the goal is to limit colony growth. The endler is perfect for densely planted aquariums with soft lighting, which enhances its metallic colors and vibrant behavior. Finally, the African butterfly fish is one of the most fascinating and challenging options. It lives on the surface of the water and has a flattened body that resembles a miniature airplane. It is a predator that prefers to feed on insects and in aquariums needs a firm lid because it jumps forcefully. It should not be kept with very small fish as it may try to eat them. It is a species for those seeking a different, almost hypnotic aquarium, with hunting behavior and elegance in every movement. Now, a fundamental warning, not every small fish fits in a small aquarium. Avoid placing species such as goldfish, which grow too large and produce a lot of dirt, adult mollies and platies, which require more space, tiger barbs, which are aggressive and hyperactive, and dwarf cichlids, which can become extremely territorial. A 10-gallon aquarium is not a punishment, it's a delicate ecosystem. The secret is to respect the space and prioritize harmony, not quantity. For this small world to function well, some tips make all the difference. Use gentle filtration, preferably with a sponge to avoid excessive current. Perform weekly water changes of 20 to 30% to maintain chemical stability. Use natural plants such as Anubias, Java moss, and Sagittaria, which help with balance and create safe havens. Avoid overfeeding the fish, offering only what they can eat in 2 minutes. And above all, observe. The behavior of the fish is the first sign that something is going well or badly in your aquarium. It's also good to clarify some common myths. No, the fish does not grow according to the size of the aquarium. It suffers and can become deformed if the space is insufficient. Keeping a betta in a pot is cruelty. It needs a filter, heating, and space. An active fish is a sign of a healthy fish, and yes, it is entirely possible to set up a beautiful, balanced, and vibrant 10-gallon aquarium as long as it's well planned. In the end, a small aquarium can teach great lessons. It shows that sometimes the secret lies in simplicity. Every air bubble, every moving leaf, and every synchronized swim tells a story. Setting up and caring for a 10-gallon aquarium is about learning balance, patience, and respect for life, all within a glass box. What seems like a hobby is actually a way to connect with something bigger, to observe nature in miniature, and to realize that the essential is in the details. And now, after learning about all these fish and their characteristics, I want to know, which one would you choose for your 10-gallon aquarium? Tell me in the comments, and if this video helped you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. Here, we learn together how to create aquariums that tell stories, not just collect fish.